digital TV and online.
The sound of Asian Britain.
Asian Network.
Thank you so much, Kalpana Baru, not Nikesh Rugani. It is exactly 7 o'clock. You're listening to the BBC Asian Network. And now, Asian Network presents part 4 of Shah Rukh Khan's Heroes.
Shah Rukh Khan's Heroes on BBC Asian Network.
Hello everybody, I'm Shah Rukh Khan. Assalamu alaikum and namaskar, and you're listening to My Heroes on BBC Asian Network. These are my stories about some amazing people who have inspired and moved me. And today my heroes are actually a set of heroines. Little different because I have a reason to believe that and state that here on this show. I've never been able to thank them enough. I truly believe, without being sexist, it could be heroes or heroines for either the words can be used for them. But I believe truly in a male-dominated Indian film industry, the real heroes are the heroines. I have worked with some of the most beautiful, some of the most intelligent, some of the most kind and giving actors and actresses. But the amount of help that I have been given to be who I am has come mostly from all my co-actresses. And so I dedicate this program to people who have inspired me, who have made me feel that I can be better, who have actually instilled confidence in myself, who have also been extremely kind and loving to me whenever I have fell down or I have not been able to keep up with the excellence that is desired in a film or a workspace. And of course, a lot of them have also fed me. Most of my health that you see for years is because I've been fed well by my co-actresses. So all the heroines, some of them I may not name here, but this program is dedicated to all the heroines in my films who made me the star that I am. To name a few, there's of course the most beautiful Madhuri Dixit, the ever happy and smiling Juhi Chawla, the absolutely gorgeous Miss World Aishwarya Rai, my friend and co-actor of many films Kajol, Rani Mukherjee, who started off when she was 17 or 18 with me, and I think she has the most beautiful eyes in the world. Preeti Zinta, who's the best buddy anyone can have. Kareena Kapoor, who has always given me too much respect. Priyanka Chopra, who has always told me that she's a big fan and is inspired from my work. Deepika Padukone, who made me feel that I can still play a lover boy by making me feel really nice and loved in the film Om Shanti Om. Katrina Kaif, who I'm working with recently, and realize a lot of hard work and humility goes into being excellent. Sushmita Sen, who's always been a diva and made us realize that divas also eat well. And lots of other girls. There's Sonali Bendre, there's the beautiful Manisha Koirala and Karishma Kapoor. So this program dedicated as my heroes to all my heroines. And the first song that I'm going to play, and the reason I'm going to tell you in this program that I'm going to play these songs, is because each song somewhere down the line is dedicated to the beauty that women are. And I wish I had done some of them to any of these young ladies while I was working with them. But whenever I hear these songs, I think of one or the other, because they stand for beauty and people who should be loved unconditionally. So my first unconditional loving song to all my heroines is Bhige Hoont Tere from the film Murder. I think it's the most beautiful song and befits all my heroes who are my heroines.
भीगे होठ तेरे प्यासा दिल मेरा लगे अब्र सा मुझे तन तेरा चमके बरसा दे मुझ पर घटाए कभी मेरे साथ कोई रात गुजार तुझे सुबह तक मैं करूं प्यार वो ओ ओ वो सांसें आज तेरी तन आग तेरा छीने नींद मेरी है लूटे चैन मेरा
So welcome back to my. This program is, in a certain sense, my sharing of love with all these young ladies and heroines that I mentioned just now. Many a times, like when I was working with Madhuri, she's a gorgeous dancer and a natural dancer. And I remember so often, when I was trying to dance with her in Koila or any other film, she would very sweetly and quietly, without telling the director or the choreographer, stand like 6-8 inches ahead of me to cover up all the mess up I did in the steps. There was a song I was doing with her in which I'm supposed to jive with her, or one of these ballroom kind of dancing, which I'm pathetic at. I think I just keep on stepping on the toes of the girls. And that whole jive, I need to tell everyone, is actually led by her. Normally they say a guy is supposed to lead it, but she acted out the whole thing as if, up to falling in my arms, but she was the one who was leading the whole dance. And, they've always been so kind to me. I remember the first instant I shot with Jui. I had her on this chair and I'm supposed to do a scene with her. Jui, of course, is a girl that I've not grown up watching. She'll kill me for saying that. But the first film that I saw just when I was finishing college, and Jui and Amir, I think they started 3-4 years before me. And absolutely the biggest fan of Jui Chawla when I came into the film industry. Qayamat se Qayamat Tak. The way she speaks in that film, and to my good luck, I had this opportunity to work in my first film, Raju Ban Gaya Gentleman, with Jui. And the instance that she always remembers is that when she saw me, everyone had told her that I'm this newcomer and I'm kind of like Amir and Salman, and he'll do very well, he's really talented. And the first time when she saw me, she said her first reaction was, "Eeks, he's so brown, unkempt, and too thin to be a hero." Of course, she never told me. She was kind enough to continue acting with me. And I bring about and talk to you about this kindness because I think when Hindi films are made, or any other film, being a male-dominated industry, somewhere all the credit is given to the actor. So people talk about the 100 crore rupee films I've done and the big hits which have run for 15 years. But in all this hype and talk, what they forget is, and I would like to remind everyone, at least in my case, and I think it is true in the case of everybody, that the heroines in this film are the real reason that these films have done well. Their kindness, their hard work, and the fact that they get up at 5 o'clock in the morning for a 9 o'clock shoot, wear that stupid makeup, they have to change costumes, they have to learn dancing, and sometimes stand in front of the hero so that he can dance a little better. So my second song, to the dedication and kindness of all the heroines who have worked with me, is Abhi Na Jao Chodkar. It's a very old song, my favorite song, and whenever I finish shooting a film with an actor, with an actress, the first thought that comes to me is ki abhi na jao chodkar ki dil abhi bhara nahi, because I really miss them. When I'm not working with them, some of them perhaps are not going to work again, and I really miss those days. I really think very fondly of the fact that how much input, how much goodness, how much kindness is in the work that these girls have put into my films to make me as good as I am. So abhi na jao chodkar to all my wonderful heroines.
अभी न जाओ छोड़ कर कि दिल अभी भरा नहीं, अभी न जाओ छोड़ कर कि दिल अभी भरा नहीं। अभी अभी तो आई हो, अभी अभी तो आई हो, बहार बन के छाई हो, हवा जरा महक तो ले, नजर जरा बहक तो ले, ये शाम ढल तो ले जरा, ये शाम ढल तो ले जरा, ये दिल संभल तो ले जरा, मैं थोड़ी देर जी तो लूं, नशे के घूंट भी तो लूं, नशे के घूंट पी तो लूं, अभी तो कुछ कहा नहीं, अभी तो कुछ सुना नहीं, अभी ना जाओ छोड़ कर के दिल अभी भरा नहीं। अभी नहीं, अभी नहीं.
You're listening to Shah Rukh Khan's Heroes on BBC Asian Network.
So I talked about the kindness I've learned from my leading ladies. The other part is the professionalism that I'd like to mention. And all these are learning attributes to me. And if you learn from someone, I think they truly are your heroes. These girls, I have worked with them. I'm a workaholic. I work like 72 hours non-stop. I am tireless. I never get tired, and in every interview that I read or things that are said about me, most of the time people talk about this energy and how I go on and on and on. But let me honestly say that each heroine that I have mentioned here today does exactly the same and even more. I was doing a film called Duplicate, and in that film I had to become a girl. So they put on a corset. They gave me fake breasts. They put on a wig, till the corset and the fake breast was still okay. But, when they had to put the eyelashes, that weighed heavy on me. And, to imagine that these girls are wearing these fake eyelashes the whole day. And I couldn't act. I couldn't stand. I wanted to just go off to sleep. I could not shoot. I remember Mickey Contractor had done my makeup. And he kept telling me, Shah Rukh, now you know how it feels to be a girl. And I do remember having shot 9 hours for that film as a girl. I got up we finished at 7 a.m. in the morning. I got up from the set. I removed the corset. I removed the eyelashes, the wig and everything. And I remember I had to be admitted to a hospital because, I had a surgery done on me. I had hurt my stomach and my skin had broken out in rash. As a matter of fact, my wife was pregnant at that time. And she had actually come to pick me up so that we could go for the sonography test for our first child. And when we went in, the sonography test was not done on her, was done on me, and I was admitted. I was in a hospital for 2 days. This instance I'm just describing to tell you how difficult it is with all that costume and all the makeup and the stuff, and they have to dance and sing and do this tirelessly the whole day round. So to the dedication and the tirelessness of my heroes, who are my heroines, the next one is a new song. It is a song which is called Jugni Ji. I dedicate this to the heroines because this is what I kind of feel for them, Jugni Jis. So I hope you enjoy the song.
No, she ain't talking boots when she go. Just try and do it till she bout you. The reason why you lose, you got no. She step into my shoes and feel it. Cause some people, they gon' beat you cause they try to alleviate you of it. What will elevate you is it. So keep back, meditate to feel it. Too much you need beside you. Yeah, it will set you free if I do. Come on, what would you really be without you? Hey, what would the people say without you? Yeah, the reason why I rise is cause my ego is to the sky because just take a look into my eyes and you'll see. Yeah, we need to recognize that I got
Okay, we are back from Jugni Ji, and what I want to talk about, I was talking about my heroines who are my heroes because I've learned, like I said, kindness, tirelessness, conscientiousness, professionalism from them. And with the younger girls that I've been working with, of course, Kajol, Rani, Preeti, Karina have been my friends. They're kind of, they're not as old as me, but they are more my contemporaries. Madhuri, Jui and Sri Devi were always a little senior by the time I joined in, not again in terms of age, but in terms of work. I have to be very, very clear about this. I have to meet them again, and they do carry a strong punch, so I would not mess around with them. But these young girls also, I mean, we've partied a lot, we've hung around, we have shared the relationships we are getting into, and now some of them have children, and my children and their children, we play together, and we talk about school together and how our kids are growing up. So there's this great bond that I've shared with all of them, and sometimes they say it is more important to make relationships than making movies. And I think I've been really, really fortunate that I've had these relationships for years with these young ladies, and them being so kind, and we're sharing so many personal moments even now as I talk about our own kids, and I hope if our kids ever become actors, they have the same opportunity to work with each other and learn so much. From the younger lot, that is Deepika, Priyanka, Katrina, when I started working with them, you know, they have a completely different take on life. Their whole attitude towards work is something that I've genuinely has helped me actually even sustain my stardom, because how everything is completely organized, how everything, in spite of sometimes not being very organized in the film industry, they've been able to do so, and how the management of stardom or the management of your work can be changed completely to suit a life where you can rest enough and work a lot. And these girls, when I work with them, I realize that they do so many things. On the ramp, they're selling products, they're working in films, and how they go about it is something that I am still learning from them. I'm really fortunate that I have seen 3 generations of actresses, starting from Sri Devi and then moving on to Kajol, then to Katrina and Deepika, and you know, it's a great learning experience, because the fact that, you know, the 3 different kind of mindsets that I've learned from, and each one of them has the commonality of being very hardworking, of course, and very beautiful, but somewhere they're very down to earth. The one thing that I've learned from women is that they're very giving and they're very humble about their work. However they come across on screen, it's sometimes very easy to just put a brand on any of these young girls and say, oh, she's just sexy, which is really nice. It's a big compliment. Oh, she's just a pretty face. Oh, you know, she just looks good in a bikini. But, you know, behind all this glamour and glitz that we see and talk about, the fact that these people are genuinely very, very humble and wanting to lead just a regular lifestyle. They're like any other woman in the world, like any other mother or a sister or a daughter or a wife or a friend, and they have the simplest of dreams. And this simplicity, this humility that I've learned from the younger lot, I really look up to it. I tell them many times and they don't believe me, so hopefully after this program they will, that they really have taught me how to be so big, so huge, and always in the limelight with prying eyes, gauging, judging, figuring out every move of yours, every ounce of that extra pound of flesh that you put on. Oh, she's put on weight. Oh, she's not, all blah, blah nonsense. And still be so kind and giving to the audience that is coming to watch them. This song that I want to dedicate now to all the heroines and all the things that I've learned from them, the next one is a song which is my favorite romantic song that I've done. I may have just done it for Kajol in the film, but it holds true for all of them. And the song is Suraj Hua Madham from Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum, to all my beautiful heroines.
सूरज हुआ मध्यम, चांद जलने लगा, आसमां ये हाय क्यों पिघलने लगा, मैं ठहरा रहा ज़मीं चलने लगी, धड़का ये दिल सांस थमने लगी, ओ क्या ये मेरा पहला पहला प्यार है सजना, क्या ये मेरा पहला पहला प्यार है। सूरज हुआ मध्यम, चांद जलने लगा, आसमां ये हाय क्यों पिघलने लगा, मैं ठहरी रही ज़मीं चलने लगी,
ये पल सब कुछ रहा है बदल सपने हकीकत में जो ढल रहे हैं क्या सदियों से पुराना है रिश्ता ये हमारा कि जिस तरह तुमसे हम मिल रहे हैं
यूं ही रहे हरदम प्यार का मौसम यूं ही मिलो हमसे तुम जन्म जन्म
मैं ठहरा रहा ज़मीं चलने लगी धड़का ये दिल सांस थमने लगी
क्या ये मेरा पहला पहला प्यार है सजना क्या ये मेरा पहला पहला
So I'm back with my belief that if I'm a star and if I have done so well for 20 years, it's mainly because of these ladies who have made me look so fine, feel so fine, and taught me so much. And I truly, at the end of, I've been brought up by women. My mother brought me up. I have this wonderful sister, wife, now my daughter. And I think my life and the respect that I have for life is actually because of being surrounded by so many women. I truly believe and I truly think they are the strongest of, if the word is correct, species. They're the most wonderful things that God has ever made. I truly believe that if it wasn't for all these women, Madhuri, Juhi, Ash, Kajol, Rani, Preeti, Karina, Priyanka, Deepika, Katrina, Sushmita, and all the other Manishas and all the young ladies who worked with me, I would never be able to achieve so much with so much goodness. So my love and heart goes out to them, and I want to say this to everyone who's listening to this program that, like I said, I truly believe that women are the stronger of the sexes, and they need to be respected. They need to be loved. They need to be taken care of, not because they're weak, not because they are someone who we kind of think as the gentler gender, but because they are the mothers, they are the givers, they are the ones who this humanity should look up to for everything good that happens around us in the world. So to all the lovely ladies, even the ones who've not acted with me or are not in this profession, to all the young little girls who are like my daughters, to all the elder ones who are not like my mother. I don't think any woman is like my mother anymore. I love you all. And more than anything else, I have said so much about these women. The one thing that I haven't said is my best friends in the world. All of them, my best friends. I don't have too many male friends. I may have some childhood friends left who I still chat with, but I think the best friends I made in my life are my leading ladies, and that's why I think they are the real heroes, because if you can have wonderful giving friends, they truly deserve to be your heroes. In every walk of life, I think women need to be appreciated much more than we end up doing. Like I said, I've learned kindness, I've learned hard work, I've learned professionalism, I've learned management, I've learned how to even eat different kinds of food from all these wonderful ladies. And before I end this program, I would like to state a dialogue from one of my films, and I hope that they can, and the dialogue means actually I would like all these ladies, wherever they are, however they are, that they're always happy, for making me so happy and making me look so good in all my films. And I hope and I wish and I pray that they always remain in spirit, if not in terms of work or physically, very, very close to me. मेरी आंखों में देखो और कहो कि जब मैं तुमसे दूर जाता हूँ, तुम मुझे पलट कर नहीं देखती. मेरी आंखों में देखो और कहो कि जब मैं तुम्हारे करीब नहीं होता, तो मेरा नाम नहीं पुकारती. मेरी आंखों में देखो, मेरे करीब आओ, और पास, और पास, और पास. So these are my heroes, and the song that I dedicate to them last is a song which is about a friend. The word friend in Urdu means mitwa. And the song I'd like to dedicate to all these young ladies is from Kabhi Alvida Na Kehna, Kank, and the song is mitwa to all these wonderful friends of mine.
मेरे मन ये बता दे तू किस ओर चला है तू, क्या पाया नहीं तूने, क्या ढूंढ रहा है तू, जो है कही, जो है सुनी, वो बात क्या है बता. मितवा कहे डगर में प्रेम नगर में जीवन डगर में प्रेम नगर में आया नजर में जब से कोई है तू सोचता है तू पूछता है जिसकी कमी थी क्या ये वही है हाँ ये वही है हाँ ये वही है तू एक प्यासा और ये नदी है काहे नहीं इसको तू खुल के बताए जो है कहीं जो है सुने वो बात क्या है बता मितवा कहे धड़कने तुझसे क्या मितवा ये खुद से तो ना तू छुपा
You've been listening to part 4 of Shah Rukh Khan's Heroes. Thanks for joining me on BBC Asian Network. And in the final part of this special series, I'll be celebrating the exceptional ordinary man. That is you, me, and all of us.
Shah Rukh Khan's Heroes returns tomorrow from 7 p.m. on BBC Asian Network.
Yes, it does. Final part of this exclusive series that Shah Rukh Khan ने record किया है BBC Asian Network के लिए concludes